So I'll very rarely dedicate a whole video to ranting. I don't generally like to do that. I have done it a time or two in the past when I've been fired up, but I generally like to be a little bit more creative, come up with a skit or something fun, something more lighthearted. But I'm just aggravated, and I'm gonna rant for a little bit, and that's what we're gonna do. I am so frustrated with the state of this game, and what Plarium's doing right now. And the more that I play Calibria, which is another game I'm playing, if you didn't see my video yesterday, the more that I play it, the more frustrated I get with Raid. Because, again, that game's been out for a month. And they put Raid to shame in every single category. The only place there is to argue would be graphics, and the only thing Raid has going for it there is that the graphics would be more realistic. I don't know that some people prefer the other graphics, so better is a tough term. If you're speaking on realistic looking graphics, yes. Is it more aesthetically pleasing? Sure, I'm with you there. But I don't even know that that's a real point. It's the most common point when someone talks about another game. Raid has the graphics. Every single other part of the game is lacking. And I think I can speak for me, and I think what's been the case with the player base is we've spent so long making excuses for this game that we forgot what a good game is supposed to be like. When I first got to Raid almost a year ago, I thought it was fantastic. I loved the graphics. I liked what they were doing. I liked the decisions Plarium was making. Things seemed to be balanced. The events seemed okay. And then they shifted focus. I don't know if money started rolling in and it changed their focus. I don't know what happened, but there's a pivot point where it started to go downhill, and we have been progressively and increasingly we've been progressively rolling downhill at an increasing rate of speed. Like, this game is in such a bad state right now. This is absolutely insane. And like I said, I have forgotten even. I talk about Summoner's War, and I have all my good things to say about Summoner's War. I have forgotten a lot of the other things that made Summoner's War great and that this game is lacking that make it bad. And I'm rediscovering them in Calibria, and it's getting harder and harder for me to play Raid right now. I'm not quitting, but I am definitely aggravated today. It makes no sense. There are people that are still banned from the update. First of all, how does it even happen? You're talking about people who put hundreds and thousands of hours into this game and hundreds and thousands of dollars into this game, and they're just banned, and it's still not fixed? You have to fix that. You have to be on top of that. There's been server issues every day since the update. The update sucked. Every update has sucked. And I don't even... The idea that I know in my comments, and I see it in my comments and in other people's comments, and it's not super widespread, but I see it. The idea that there are some people that are going to drop down in comments and defend Plarium and Raid here is mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. And you will almost never hear me speak in a way that I'm about to speak, because I don't like to paint someone who disagrees with me into this corner of automatically being wrong. I like to leave a room open for a discussion when there's a disagreement, and saying things like, oh, well, of course you believe that because this, or, you know what I mean? Those tactics people use in a disagreement to position themselves to be right automatically. I don't like to do that. But I have to say, if you're defending Plarium and Raid at this point, you either don't know any better, you've never played another game that was good, so you don't know what we're talking about. You have Stockholm Syndrome, and you just have, over time, become desensitized and think that this game is great. Or you've put too much time and money in and you're unwilling to admit. You don't want to face the fact that this game is garbage. Because this game is garbage. All the ingredients are here for this to be the best game. Easy. It could easily be done. And it's so bad. It really is so bad. I've been saying it's so good in spite of Plarium. Having a refresher on what a good game is supposed to be like It's not. It's really not. It's wildly imbalanced. There are issues that we've been waiting on for a year to get fixed. They still haven't fixed them. We don't have artifact sorting. We don't have the UI is still clunky in the tavern. I don't know if you guys know that. Lots of AI is still broken, and they're pretty much uninterested in fixing it. We have boring events that are always pay to win. We have fusions that are always pay to win. They're constantly shoving packs in our face. We don't have daily login rewards. There's no free artifact removal whatsoever. It's just, you can't sell artifacts in Spider Dungeon when you get them like you can in the other dungeons. Who knows why? It's just a thing, and they haven't bothered to do it. They've been talking about a clan boss damage counter for, 6 months now? Didn't come in the update. It's just a bad game. It's got the bones of a great game, but it's got a bad developer, and so it's never going to be a good game. We've been waiting a year. I've been holding out hope for a year that they're going to turn it around. Ugh, pizza's coming back. For a year, I've been hoping they're going to turn it around. And not only have they not turned it around, they progressively get worse. The big talking point of the last update was a battle pass. And understand, if we isolate this battle pass, I think it's great. I have no problem with the battle pass in and of itself. I have a problem with it being the talking point of an update we waited on for 4 months. That the talking point is paid content. It's not content. It's another fucking pack to buy. That sends you to the already existing content. Or if you want to drop a little bit more money, you just get it all right away. You don't even have to do anything. And I understand that's the structure of Battle Pass, but I'm saying it's not an addition to the game. It's not content. This Void Tower, where is it? In the dungeons? This has been sitting there since I started playing. And it's not open. And they've talked about it since I started playing. There's some that sat on the Summoner's War map for like 3 years before it became something. And everybody always wondered what it was, and it was a big, there was a lot of conspiracies and theories, and it was a talking point, it was a thing among the community. The difference is they didn't talk about it every few months like it was about to happen, right? It was there, they had plans for it, they left it alone. Then when it got close, then they started telling us like, hey, now this thing that you've been wondering about, now it's going to become something. I don't care that it's there. I care that it's there, and they talk about it so often. And there's nothing. Faction Wars, Dwarves Faction Crypt finally comes out, but it doesn't really come out. It comes out 11 days after it comes out. 11 or 12 days. And I know there's a rotation. You don't have to explain to me how it works. It'd been difficult to code, whatever. Do it anyway. If Dwarf Faction Crypt is going to drop with the update, it needs to drop with the update. That's the only content you added. It's the only content you added to the game, and it's not available for 12 days. Are you kidding me right now? Everything they do is this bad. Everything they do is this bad. And we've been making excuses for them for a year. And it's enabling them to continue to be this bad. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It is comically bad. So I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I don't even know if I'll upload this. Maybe I just needed to say it. There's this month-old game I'm playing. But not even. January 20th. Tomorrow will be a month. It is polished in so many different ways. It has so many things that Raid doesn't have. I could make an hour-long video comparing that game to Raid and showing you everything it has that Raid doesn't. It's got at least twice as much content as Raid. At least twice as much. Typical campaign, gear dungeons, potion dungeons, And then beyond that, at least twice as many things to do as Raid does. It is such a better game already. So I don't know, man. When is enough enough? You know what I mean? Like, at what point? And this is a big one. I think a lot of players quit playing here, but I think that there's still a lot, and they're still going ham on the ads. Like, they're still bringing in the new players because they think that's what it's about. And new player market's important. And I've been saying, everything I've been saying is starting to happen now. This is the beginning of the end of Raid if they don't stop. We will not be here having this conversation next year. If something doesn't change, this will be another dead mobile game. 100%. We will not be having this conversation again in a year. It won't be here. They're going to have to shift their focus, get their fingers out of people's pockets for a little bit. Make a good game, do the things that need to be done to make this game good, appease the players a little bit, give us our rune sorting, our artifact sorting, give us our monthly artifact removal, add some content to this game, fix the AI, balance your champs, tip the scales a little bit closer to the free-to-play. You know, no one wants an easy game, but we want an interesting game. It's not interesting if you have to have Cold Hearts and Royal Guards. You know what I mean? It's not interesting if it's so specific. If you can basically only cheese your way through these dungeons, that's not fun. No one cares. They won't care for long anyway. So that's it. I guess I'm done rambling. I just wanted to gripe for a little bit. I don't gripe in this fashion very often. Like I said, I try to make it more interesting. I am going to be doing Calibria videos. I'm not leaving Raid. I'm not going to stop the Raid content, but I 100% am going to start making videos on that game. So I hope you guys are into it because it's happening. There's a lot of content to be made. There's a lot of stuff to do, and a big part of that is that the game is free to play friendly. I can make some free to play guides like I used to do in Summoner's War. You know, there's a lot of content to make for that game, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm still gonna be doing Raid, but Calibria is gonna be part of the rotation now. So it is what it is, man. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I really just wanted to gripe. I really just wanted to gripe. That's it. Let me know where you guys' heads are at with this. How are you feeling? What's going to be the thing that they have to do to make you stop playing at this point? Because it feels like they're all but begging people to stop playing. It's almost like someone wants this game to die at this point. Like whoever's in charge, it got to be more than they wanted, and now they're trying to kill it. But they can't just do it. They have to make it look like it happened. I don't know, but I would be interested to know where you guys are at with this. Like, do you feel like you're on the brink right now, or are you fine? Are you content with the way everything is, and you're going to keep playing no matter what? What would it take? How much longer? How much longer would things have to be like that? I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think. How are you feeling about the current state of things in Raid? And what would it take, I guess, to make you stop playing? That's it. I'll wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna do something more fun tomorrow, I promise. But you know, sometimes you gotta vent a little bit. So that's it. Thank you guys for listening to me gripe. I appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.